The much anticipated Loot Over the Wall is here in the States, and I have to say it does not disappoint. Loot Over the Wall is an amazing film. It's released here in the States May 11th. I went and saw it May 14th
They say that the mermaids who
California,
dwell on
and I
Merfolk
must say
Island first
it's
appeared in
one
Hidashi
for a
Bay long ago.
Now, for those of you who think it's similar or a lot like Ponyo, it's far from Ponyo, and it's quite different. It's a story all its own. Besides the character, who's a mermaid like Ponyo, other than that, everything is quite different. The story itself is about a boy in a town who finds himself lost due to his parents' past and caught up between a war of ancient history between mermaids and humans. Now, without giving too much away,
This is the first time I've seen you laugh.
the mermaid in the film happens to like music like much of the rest of them. So thus the journey begins, and the boy, who's the main character, meets up with Lou. Now, behind this ingenious film is the direction and design of the amazing animator Masaaki Yuasa. Masaaki Yuasa takes a lot of his style and influences and takes Avery, which can be seen by his eclectic and very exaggerated movements and animation. And he does not disappoint in this film. And this film is definitely fit for kids or for the whole family if you'd like to see it. So if you'd like to take your kids or little ones to the film, don't be afraid. It's definitely fit for them. Now, the design and the storyboards and layout for the film, it's very nice. Masaaki Yuasa is known for his groundbreaking film, Mind Game. It's written by him, directed by him, and a lot of the animation was done by him. Mind Game is kind of a eclectic take upon life, just kind of bizarre. And his use of backgrounds in real life, I guess you could say rotoscoping, is very funny and very amazing. Masaaki Yuasa is also known for having simple character designs and using amazing distorted perspective. In Mind Games, you can see a lot of this. It's very wild, it's very risque, and it's very just different. It's not like most of anime to where it's kind of everything smashing together, everything seems the same. Think of Mob Psycho, but even further stretched compared to the usual animation. It's crisp and clean, and close to being realistic. And that's what I like about Masaaki Yuasa. It's just so different. You always have that one person that comes along in any field, whether it's sports, academics, animation, and though they may not always be the best at something that they do, what they do is so unique, they're in a league all the way. And I see how that's exactly how Masaaki Yuasa fits into this. When you look at the perspective that you just seen from the main character running, and how the background fits and rotates with it. That's another key character trait about Masaaki Yuasa. Another film by him is Kick Heart. Now this film is a short film. It's very just out there, kind of have a psychedelic feel to it, and it's very rough. And that's another thing that I like about Masaaki Yuasa. It's rough, it's carefree, it's very unapologetic, and that's another thing that he's known for. It's just different, the way he does things. Masaaki Yuasa is also known for this amazing film called Walk On Girl, or The Night is Short, Walk On Girl. In this film, you see how he uses different character designs and just different designs to get the story across, while not sticking to a same old design, which keeps the film very interesting and keeps it from getting boring. And that's another thing about his character designs. You can see here that this character here is red, where some of the other characters might not be red. So it's hard for you to tell who's drunk and who isn't drunk. And also, Masaaki Yuasa is known for having his worlds, so his environments, react and just move along with the characters, as you can see here. The camera movement just moves along with the character, everything's bizarre, and the environments, they're like a whole nother world, and they just move and so captivated with the characters themselves, as you can see in this love scene. So I highly recommend watching this film and Mind Game if you're not familiar with Masaaki Yuasa's work. You will not be disappointed. Now, let's move on to the engineer's mind of Masaaki Yuasa. First off, let's start with his backgrounds and his sense of humor. Here you can see in this episode of Space Dandy. Space Dandy's head is removed from his body because he's in another dimension, or he's part of his body. Now here, this is where I talk about how his backgrounds take over on the life of the room. Notice as it looks like he uses a watercolor background, and he infuses them with lightning strikes and stuff like that. And then look, it just gets even better. The environments and backgrounds have a world of all their own. It's almost as if they tell the story themselves. And look at that water, just check it out. And look how he uses the camera to move along with the characters. And soon you'll see exactly what I'm talking about here in this shot of Space Dandy.
So that means this is bad?
As the camera moves along, you can see that the camera moves along with the background to just tell the story. So it's not just a place setting. The backgrounds have value.
I don't speak fish, but if you're
They
saying
weigh
that
in.
slipping over the
They
ground
serve
is fun,
of
you're right.
more than a purpose of just being a beautiful picture. And that's what I love about Masaaki Yuasa. I mean, look at that. Look how he just involves all these different elements into the background.
See, even when you're
And that's one thing he's known for. Not just his simple but funny character designs, but also his use of the camera work with his characters in the background. And how the background will just create a world of all their own. And here's another thing that I'm talking about. As you can see, as Space Dandy makes his way down the hole, and have the camera shot, and both the background and the character themselves, along with the camera movement, they move. And then you can see the value of the background. It adds more depth and more scale to the background. So it's not just a place setter. It's really cool. And that's one of his signature moves and why he stands out. Besides just using rotoscoping and real life animation in the style. And here again, as we talk about the camera movement in the background, it just has a life all on its own and it adds so much energy to it. And then check out this style right here. So that's one of the things Masaaki Yuasa is known for. His style. And energy that he uses. And one thing I also like about Masaaki Yuasa.
Energy that he uses?
Yes. One of the things I love about Masaaki Yuasa is his use of perspective. He doesn't try to make everything so perfect and so realistic looking. He's just Masaaki, he's himself. And as he does that, you can see it in his work. And that's what makes him unique. That's what makes him stand out. I mean, look at that. Look at that camera movement as he goes inside the camera. And look at the perspective. Of staying consistent with the camera design. And there you have it, with meows and this eclectic and just like really exaggerated movement. Like Tex Avery. And funny facial expressions. And that's how you can see some of his influences from American animated Tex Avery and others, I'm sure, that are Japanese ones. So if you haven't watched this episode of Space Dandy, I highly recommend it. It still has a little fast pace. It's bizarre, it's not as bizarre as Mind Game, but you'll definitely get a sense of Masaaki Yuasa, and especially his style and everything. And there's another thing with meow, as you can see moving in the background. It's exaggerated movement. It's just so ingenious. You can't go bored. You just can't get bored watching this stuff. I mean, I don't know any other way to explain it. And one other thing is his timing. His timing. His timing is a thing of its own. One of my favorite animators when it comes to timing is Yoshinori Kaneda, who influenced another great animator, Hiroyuki Miyashi, known for his kind of punchy pose-to-pose animation. But Masaaki, his is more fluid, but at times when it's a dramatic scene, he has that.
Never know.
So with that said, if you guys found this video helpful and you really enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any comments, any suggestions, let me know. I'll leave descriptions about the animation and other things in the description below. Feel free to comment. And thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful somewhere. Stay tuned.
Yoko, it's
Peace.
me. I'm finally back from Pushy Boy.